Welcome back to Millside, a truly rural glamping experience. Hi, my name is Liz Blount and today I'll be presenting session 2 out of 3 on recruitment. So in the first video, we looked at all the different stages of recruitment, and it's clear that there's quite a lot involved in making sure we get the best candidate. So why is it important to get it right? Why are we putting in all this time and effort and money? Employees, I don't need to tell you, are important. They're the ones that are delivering the service you offer, and they're usually the main contact with the customer. They're the face of your business. If you go and look at reviews on sites, maybe for hotels people have visited or attractions they've been to, whilst they might talk about the general experience they've had, the food they've eaten, the facilities, a lot of what people write about is actually the experience they've had because of the people they've met there, how they've made them feel, how they've looked after them. That's why it's really important that you have the right people in place. It's also a financial aspect as well. Employees are usually the largest single cost for most hospitality businesses, so it's important that we get it right. There's the cost, of course, of getting it wrong, not just a negative experience for the customer, as we've talked about, but also for the colleagues who are working alongside your new recruit if that's not working out, for you as an employer, and for the employee themselves. So there's a cost in terms of time and money in dealing with that. You've put all that effort into the recruitment, and if that person doesn't work out, you've got that vacancy still to fill and you're going to have to start all over again. Another aspect of recruitment we need to think about is the importance of diversity. Diversity is a word that's used more and more, but what does it mean in terms of recruitment, and why are we talking about it here? So for our purposes, diversity means including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds with different identities and different life experiences. Many people might argue that diversity is worth pursuing in itself, and it might be of value for your organisation anyway. But there's some good business reasons why we need to consider it when we're talking about recruiting. The first is because of the legal requirement we have to consider it. Did you know there are 9 legally protected characteristics? Since the Equality Act of 2010, we have these 9 characteristics that are protected. We must make sure that we're not discriminating due to someone's race, religion, age, disability, sex or sexual orientation, or due to gender reassignment, marriage or civil partnership status, pregnancy and maternity. I know that sounds like a really long list. Don't be put off, but just treat this as a really good reason to think carefully about how you're choosing employees and if you might be disadvantaging or discounting certain individuals or groups, maybe without meaning to. There's another good reason to consider diversity for your business, and that's because it helps you tap into different skills and different experiences that you can benefit from. I like to give the analogy of a football team as the really easiest way to think about this. There's no good having 11 great strikers on your team or 11 great goalkeepers. That's not going to help you win the matches. You need to have a mix of skills out there on the pitch, and the same is true for your organisation, however big or small it is. You might also have done some maybe kind of personality tests or skills tests in the past that have shown where your strengths are. And that can work really well in a team as well, to make sure that you've got people with different skills. Maybe someone who's good at coming up with the ideas, somebody who's good at putting them into action, and somebody who's good at getting them over the line and tidying up all the details. It can be really tempting when we're recruiting to recruit people who are like us. We all fall into that trap. But actually, there's a lot of advantages in finding people that have skills that complement yours rather than being the same. Having a more diverse workforce can also help, as that brings in different experiences. It can help you widen your customer understanding and even generate new ideas. Sometimes it's only when we have these experiences ourselves that we really realise how important they can be for people in their day-to-day life. Once you've had to use a wheelchair or a pushchair, you suddenly realise all those annoying little steps there are to get in and out of places, the narrow doorways. Suddenly you notice that although that planter might look beautiful outside the front door, it actually makes it really hard to get in and out. If you've got a restricted diet through choice or for health reasons or religious reasons, then you suddenly realise how important it is what's on the menu. So bringing all these different life experiences into your business can help make sure that you are actually meeting your customer needs better than you might be able to do just based on your own understanding. So it can lead you to offer better products, a better service for your customers. So there's lots of advantages in having a wider group of people involved. So that is the end of session 2 out of 3 on recruitment. I hope you found the session both interesting and useful.